Hey, what's up? How are you? It's Molly here. Welcome to LadyBoss Unplugged. I am so happy you're here, and I'm super excited for today's episode because it is something personal. You are now listening to LadyBoss Unplugged, where you will get inspired, empowered, and pumped up to take action on your health, your goals, your life, and your dreams. For more, go to ladyboss.com/unplugged. This is your host, Molly Richards. Now let's get this party started. It is part of my journey over the last, I would say, like 4 to 6 months. And I am all about keeping it real and being unplugged, being open, honest, and all of that. And so in today's episode, I'm excited to share how finally deciding to lift weights has changed not only my body and my health, but my life. And so if you're like me right now and you're like, I don't want to lift weights. I don't want to bulk up. I don't want to do the work. Like, I don't want to do any of that. I get it. I was there. But once I decided to make a change, everything changed. And so I'm excited to share this with you. And first, let me just, before I get into it, I want to say thank you for subscribing to LadyBoss Unplugged. Thank you for listening every week or twice a week, because we also have Friday episodes, quickies, like I call them 5-minute fixes on Fridays. And thank you for sharing this with friends. I love that you do that, and I'm so grateful. So I always want to express my gratitude because I mean it from the bottom of my heart. So, have you raise your hand? Yeah, wherever you are, the grocery store, at work, in the bathroom getting ready. Raise your hand if you are scared of lifting, of getting more muscle on your body, or raise your hand if you're like, I'm a cardio queen. I love cardio. Or maybe right now you're just in a lull of your fitness journey, been there, done that, lived that. And you're like, what can I do? I'm ready to get my body back. I'm ready to feel better. I'm ready to change things. I want to live longer. I want to be able to play with my kids. I want to be able to do daily things better. I want to change my body. I'm ready, Molly. We're getting toward the end of the year. This is when a lot of people think, oh, I'm ready to make New Year's resolutions. I'm ready to get fit, all of that. So I want to share with you my journey over the last 20 something years up until now. And I'm really, really excited to share this with you. This actually wasn't what I was going to share this week for the podcast episode, but I just kept thinking about it. And I'm like, I'm just going to share this because since my life has changed from it, yours might too. And that's all I want to do from this podcast is help to lift up women like you, to lift you up and to be honest, and so that you know that you're never alone. Like so many times we think that we're alone, right? We're like, we must be the only people going through this. We must be the only ones who, all those things we say. I am right there with you. I'm just like you. And what I've discovered in the last, I guess it's been like 5 months. I guess it's been 6. I'm lying. 6 months has been amazing. So I want to share it with you. So I was a total cardio queen. I was addicted to cardio. I taught fitness classes for like 18 years. I taught turbo kickboxing. Shout out if you ever did turbo kickboxing. I was in some of the Beachbody videos with my friend Shalene Johnson, and those were really fun times for me back in the day. I taught fitness classes at 24 Hour Fitness and other places, and I just loved the high that cardio gave me. And I remember for so many years, I remember just not having muscle on my body. I remember just being like fit, what I thought was fit actually, but I was actually I was frail and I was not eating right. I definitely wasn't lifting. Anyway, I did that for so many years. And my husband would always say to me, Molly, you got to lift. You got to lift. I was like, I don't want to bulk up. I don't want to have muscles. What are you talking about? I'm fine. I love cardio. It makes me happy. And I knew there were benefits, but I just fought it. I'm kind of stubborn like that. Raise your hand if you're stubborn too. Give me a woo woo wherever you are. I'm a little stubborn and I want it to be my idea. I want it to be my time. And I did this for a lot of years until my body stopped responding to all the cardio. It just was not doing much for my body anymore. And I was gaining weight and I was feeling crappy and I was feeling unmotivated. Yes, the girl who was always super motivating, and also was addicted to exercise was not feeling it anymore. And but I got in a lull and I gave myself the excuses of, well, I'm older. I'm 50. Now I'm 51. I would say things like, well, I'm in menopause. I'm actually, I think I'm perimenopause now. I don't know what I am right now. I forget, but I would say things like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I'm fine. I'm fine. Blah, 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 blah. And my husband, I always say that F word is not allowed in our house and in our discussions. I'm fine. Because what that really means is I want something specific, but don't want to say what it is. I don't want to admit it to you, and I don't want to admit it to myself. So I would say I'm fine. But deep inside, I knew that I needed a change. Was I willing to put in the work? Was I willing to get uncomfortable? I don't know. But I just accepted it as my new kind of body and where I was, until finally I remember looking at myself in the mirror and feeling how I felt inside of myself. And I was like, ugh, this is not what I want. It's time to get my booty in gear. And then I listen to podcasts all the time, read books all the time, and I finally decided to listen to my husband. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to work out with him and give this putting muscle on my body thing a try. I'm going to weightlift with him. I'm not just going to go to classes, and I love classes because I'm a social gal. I love group fitness, but I'm going to actually do the in quote boring thing, the repetitive thing, right? The lifting weights, even though it'll be the same thing 2 days from now, 3 days from now, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to think of this time with my husband as date time. That's what I looked at it as. And I decided to just be open-minded because I was sick of feeling like crap. I literally was sick of feeling like crap. So if you are feeling this way, I hope you'll keep listening, because maybe I will speak to you today and you'll be like, okay, now I'm ready to make a change. But I want to share some things that have happened to me and the benefits of lifting weights with you, so that you can maybe entertain this idea and give it a try. Because I will tell you right now, I have been lifting weights with my husband now for 5 months. Okay. So I decided to make a change 6 months ago, solidly working out 5 days a week at the gym. And I didn't bulk up. I did not bulk up at all. In fact, I feel like a new person. I feel better than I felt at age 30. What? Yeah. And it's just really, really cool. Not only have I become stronger on the outside, but I have become stronger on the inside. My mental toughness has has grown. And I have more confidence. I have more joy. Yes, from lifting weights. What? And changing my body composition. I have more energy. I sleep so well. I've lost weight. And I literally feel happier and I feel sexier. Muscle is sexy. Muscle is sexy. And like I said, if you do it the right way, you will not bulk up. And if you feed yourself the right food, which I've learned, oh my gosh, you will not bulk up. You will look amazing. And can I go on this food thing real quick? I used to kind of like just not eat, or I would eat low fat, non fat. Did you ever eat like that? Or I would uh, not eat the right things. So during this whole journey of lifting, I have embraced the power of protein, and I've ditched the old school idea of counting calories, right? And all of that. Instead, I'm like, I got to get my protein in. I got to get some carbs in. I got to get some bright in season veggies in, maybe some fruit, but I really need to focus on my protein. That has been a game changer. And of course, water, always water. But what I've learned is, like, I told you that my dad died this past year, right? Of dementia and all of that. And the cool thing is when you build muscle and you get your health in check, you will actually be able to, like, not be at such risk of things like Alzheimer's or dementia, of things like osteoporosis, of things like just tiredness, feeling fatigued, of poor brain function, cognitive function. Like I feel like I'm sharper because of lifting weights. I know that sounds wild, right? I've even read that you can fight off things like cancer and more when you add muscle to your body. Now, I am not a doctor. I know I should have been one. I'm not a doctor. I am just telling you my personal journey, my personal story, but I encourage you to go and get more information on this because it's amazing. And you can always DM me and ask me like some of the books that I would recommend because I'm reading one right now. It is amazing. And it's called Forever Strong. I highly recommend it. It's so, so good, especially for women. It's so good. So, like I said, I felt like confused as to what this all entailed to gain more muscle, to really make building muscle a part of my life. And I did use that as an excuse, which is silly because there's so much information out there, right? So I educated myself. So I want to encourage you whenever you want to learn about something, whenever you're curious about something, just educate yourself. Everything out there from YouTube to even TikTok videos to books and podcasts. Like there's so much awesome information out there where you can really learn. And the more you learn, the more you're going to be like me, where you're like, I have to do this. Like I have to give it a try. I can tell you right now that when Kevin and I first started hitting the gym 5 days a week, by the way, I'm a morning worker out girl. And when I started joining my husband to work out, he's like, I work out at 4:30 every day, babe. That's the only time I can do it. So I had to change my schedule. And that was kind of hard. I was like, no, I don't want to at 4. I want to have my freedom in the afternoons. Nope. Having my body be healthy again and strong again was more important than me having time in the afternoon to do whatever I wanted. Remember, I'm an empty nester. So I'm done raising kids, but I enjoyed my afternoons, maybe to go for a walk or to go do whatever I needed to do, errands or whatever. But now I'm like, oh, at 4:30, we work out, we meet at the gym, we get it done. We're there for about hour and a half. And so anyway, I ditched the excuses. I got information and I decided to deal with the discomfort of getting a new schedule, to deal with the discomfort of walking into a gym and feeling like a little intimidated. Have you ever been this way? Hello, that was me. We work out at a gym in Southern California called Equinox. And when you walk in, when I tell people I work out at Equinox, they're like, oh, where everyone's bodies are perfect. They're all young and beautiful. I'm like, yes, that is the gym. That's where I go. But the ocean view, it's beautiful. But when I first walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, everyone looks so perfect. I don't belong. Do you ever do this, right? I can't do this. Well, guess what? They're there looking that way because they've put in the work, right? Maybe also because they're younger, but but they're there. And it's like, I'm going to be here too, right? You got to follow those clues. These people are there, they're fit. They're working out here. This is going to work. And so I decided to ditch my insecurities, to ditch my excuses, to ditch my fears, and just be like, I'm going to go. I'm going to do this. I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit. And the crazy thing is, after like 2 weeks, I'd say, I could not wait till 4:30 came around. I was excited. I had my workout clothes ready. I'm like, babe, you ready? Let's go. You got your water bottle filled up? Let's go. He's like, oh my gosh, someone is addicted. So you know how that goes, right? Something that makes you feel good, you can become addicted. This is a good addiction. And I never look back. I literally am like, my husband couldn't work out today with me because he's up in LA for meetings all day. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go without you. And he's like, no. I'm like, yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. He's like, oh my gosh. And the cool thing is, I'm going to encourage you to go to that gym that you're scared of and to not be scared of those people, because we've actually made lots of friends at the gym. And those girls and those guys who I was like, oh, he's a muscle man and she's so perfect. They're just people just like you. They are so nice. And it's fun to go in and be like, what's up? It's like it becomes your gym family. And like I said, at first I was like, oh gosh, I don't belong. I could be all these people's mom. But anyway, that's kind of the fun of it too. It's like, hi guys. Hi, young people. How is everybody today? So anyway, it's been a cool journey, but I want to share with you why you should embrace muscle. Embrace putting muscle on your body, okay? Because what I know is cardio doesn't build muscle. Cardio doesn't protect our muscle. Lifting does. Like I said, I was frustrated. I was mad at myself for letting myself get out of shape. And I remember just feeling, I just didn't feel myself. Okay. And I remember, I'm going to tell you this, which might make me cry, but I'm going to try to hold it together. I remember about 6 months ago seeing our kids in LA, and we were at a restaurant. We took a picture with them. And I remember looking at the picture and I didn't recognize the girl in the picture. I just thought, wow, I don't I don't look my best, and I definitely don't feel my best. My face was puffy. I didn't know, I don't know. I just looked at the picture, and that song from Mulan came in my head, the one where she says, "Who is that girl I see staring right back at me?" And that reflection was not the person, the woman that I wanted to be, or the person that I want to be in the future. I remember looking at that picture and I was like, nope, we're done. We're done. I'm making a change. I don't care how uncomfortable it is. I don't care what I have to give up. I don't care what I have to go and do. I don't care if it's this, that. I am all in. Like, I cried all alone in my house. And then instead of staying sad, I decided to make a change. So I want to encourage you right now, if you have those feelings where you're sad or you're depressed about yourself or you feel ashamed, I felt ashamed, just decide, I'm worth it. I'm going to make a change. I'm freaking going right now, and just go all in. I promise you it's worth it. Like, I had to make changes. You might have to make changes too, but it's worth it. So since lifting though, I've literally changed my body. I've lost weight. I show my gun show to people all the time. My husband's like, really? Like, do you really have to do the whole thing where you flex and then you point to show people where to go? I'm like, yes, I'm proud. And you will be too when you start to get these results, right? And what's really fun, I'm going to share this little personal thing with you, is my husband has always been fit, right? He's just very muscular, good looking guy. And I was always a fitness instructor, and I was more like smaller and whatever. And people would say, oh, you guys are a fitness couple. Okay. This is like years ago. And then in the last couple years, people would just look at my husband and go, oh, you're so fit. And I'm over here going, hello. And I can't believe I'm sharing this, but it's LadyBoss Unplugged. So I'm going to be real here. And they would say like, oh, what do you do to work out? And I'm like, you talking to me? Like, no, I'm talking to him. I'm like, dang it. And it's cool now because now, like, we went to a Rams game recently, the football team, and we go up to order sushi there at the Rams, whatever it's called, and SoFi Stadium. And the girl's like, oh, hello, fit couple. You guys look amazing. And I was like, oh, wait, she's talking to me too. I was so excited. Or 2 weeks later, we went out to eat and we were meeting some friends. And so we were sitting at the bar waiting for them to get there. And this girl, she says to me, she goes, oh my gosh, your arms are amazing. And I was like looking around, I'm like, who? She's like, you. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. So it's fun to get compliments, right? And I love to give compliments. But when other people who don't know me are seeing my results, like, that thrills me. That fuels me. That like makes me want to even work harder. But it's just so cool. And one other awesome thing that I know has happened from lifting weights is that my metabolism has been boosted. And obviously it was stagnant, right? So all of that, plus, like I said, eating enough protein. Like, I eat like 120 grams of protein a day, or something like that, 122, something like that. And it's really cool. Like, I feel amazing. And so I want to encourage you to really pay attention to that. We talk about that a lot in our community, the importance of protein, but gosh, I'm like all in, and I actually keep track of it now, which is so cool. But lifting weights will help you feel stronger. It will help you feel athletic. Like, I feel like, I mean, the other day we were with my husband, some of his team, on the beach, and my husband was telling everybody that I can do a cartwheel. And he's like, babe, show him. It is like 7:30 in the morning. I'm not warmed up. I'm 51 years old. And I was like, okay, let's go. Busted out a cartwheel right there. And I was like, do you want me to do more? Like, I felt so good. Whereas 6 months ago, I would have been worried that I couldn't nail that cartwheel. Right. And so lifting weights makes you feel like a bad blink, right? A baddie. It makes you feel like a superwoman. I'm telling you. But the benefit, so the feelings are amazing. So if you want to feel better, incorporate this in your life. Even if you start with 2 pounds, 3 pounds, just start somewhere. By the way, I should have said that earlier. Just start somewhere, because many times people are like, "Oh, I'm going to look so dumb because I'm going to have the littlest weights at the gym." Who cares? Obviously, I'm really letting you know right now, when as I work out at Equinox with all these really fit people, no one's paying attention to how much I'm lifting. I'm not paying attention to how much they're lifting. We're all just doing our thing. And so I want to let you know, you just have to start. In fact, my mom, I talk about her in almost every episode because she's my gal. She is 81 and girlfriend lifts weights every day. In fact, she was over at my house the other day and she was like, "Oh my gosh, I love lifting weights. I mean, I'm doing like 2, 3, and 5 pounds. And that's not much, but I'm doing it. I feel amazing." I'm like, "Mom, you're insane. You're so awesome. You're 81 lifting weights. Okay, hello. That is why you are so vibrant. That is why you feel so good. This is why you sleep so well at night. This is why you look great and all of that." And then I had listened to a podcast that afternoon or the next day, and I called my mom and I said, "Mom, guess what? I just listened to a podcast where this doctor was saying that an 80-year-old person who lifts weights is basically as fit as a 60-year-old who's doing nothing." So I was like, "Mom, 80 is the new 60. You're welcome." And she was like, "I love it." So lift weights. Join my mom and I. Lift weights. And you're going to build, and then you're going to lift heavier, and you're going to be like, "Holy crap, I lifted that." That's what I do sometimes. I'm like, I look at my husband like, "What?" But it happens over time. So don't be in a rush. Maybe work with someone, do a program. There's videos on YouTube. There's, all kinds of stuff online. There's trainers you can get. There's all kinds of stuff. It doesn't have to cost a bunch of money, but I'm telling you, you are worth the investment of time, the investment of energy, and the investment of discomfort, the investment maybe of some money that you have to put into your health. But it's better to pay that money now to feel good than in medical bills. Can I get an amen on whatever day of the week it is that you're listening to this? I'm very pumped up about this. Can you tell? Like, I don't think I've talked this fast on a podcast before, because this has changed my life. And when something changes my life for the better, I must share. So here's some of the benefits of having and building muscle. Okay. Have you ever heard the saying muscle burns fat? Yeah. Muscle burns fat. Muscle, not cardio, not doing nothing. Muscle. Getting muscle in your body burns fat, right? It's the coolest thing ever. Having muscle and building muscle is going to drive your metabolism up. Let's go. Come on. Many times as we get older, we're like, "Well, my metabolism has stopped." It's like, no, you can go and drive that metabolism back up, girl. Let's go. Uh, Lifting, building muscle, having muscle, all of that. It protects us against disease. Hello. I want to fight as many diseases that are going to try to come my way as much as possible. Get out of here. I'm going to fight you with muscle. Let's go. It also is better for your blood sugar regulation. Yeah, that's so key. It's crazy. Building muscle, having muscle helps hunger control. Okay, it does. Like, especially when you're eating the right amount of protein, it's taking your body longer to digest it and to all of that. Like, I've never felt better. I'm telling you right now, it's the craziest thing. Why didn't I do this earlier when my husband told me to? Because I didn't want to listen. But now I finally listen, and now I'm never stopping. So I want to encourage you to join this lifting muscle building party. Building muscle also helps with mobility. Oh my gosh, I feel like I could do anything, like cartwheels. Actually, I did a somersault the other day. What? That was a little scary, actually. I didn't love that one. I like a cartwheel better than a somersault. You don't have to do anything like that. But it's like, do you want to go get the groceries out of your car for as long as you can without struggling? This will help you. Building muscle will help you. Do you want to make it upstairs? This will help you. Do you want to play with your kids as long as possible? Building muscle, having muscle will help you. Muscle also helps you have stronger bones. Yes. You want to have strong bones, right? I do. I don't want osteoporosis. As you can tell, building muscle, having muscle puts you in a better mood. Oh my goodness. Some days I'll have a day or busy day, and Kevin will say like, "Okay, cool. Meet you at the gym at 4:30, or we're leaving at 4:15 or 4:30 or whatever." I'm like, "Okay." I just have okay. I'm flustered. I'm a little like, I'm a little out of it, a little groggy. And we start the workout, and I swear within 15 minutes, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited." He's like, "Oh my gosh, what has happened to you?" But it's muscle building. It's Working out, lifting, ladies, lifting. Okay. And I'm not saying we have to be big power lifters or anything like that. I'm just saying lift weights, like 3 days a week at least 3 days a week. We do 5 and we change it up, right? I don't do like biceps every day. I don't do legs every day. I change it up. And then I also add in Stairmaster at the end. That is just like a little something that I add on at the end. It's actually my excuse to watch something on Netflix. I allow myself to watch my favorite show on Netflix only if I'm on the Stairmaster. I know I'm weird like that, but it's super fun and it makes the time on the Stairmaster 30 minutes go by in a blink. So try that little secret and let me know what you think. And I don't go super fast. I keep my heart rate at like 130, 135, and it's amazing. And guess what? When I first did the Stairmaster, I hated it. I was like, I don't want to do this. My husband was working with a trainer at the time and the trainer swears by it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do the Stairmaster. Listen to me. I am so silly. Now you have a window into our lives, mine and Kevin's, where I'm like, honey, I don't want to do that. And he's like, trust me. This time I trusted him. And now it's not as hard. I actually just hop on it, get it done, watch my show, and I get off and I'm smiling. I actually watched Ellen DeGeneres' new comedy the other night, working out. And 30 minutes went by in like a blink. And I probably looked really silly on the Stairmaster because I was laughing out loud the entire time with my AirPods in. Just everyone else on the stairs. If you see this video on YouTube right now, everyone on the stairs just had this blank face like this, like grumpy. And I was like, laughing. It was really silly. All right. Speaking of laughing and having fun, I'm going to take a real quick break because I want you to hear this cool message and I will be right back. Stop waiting for the right time to focus on you. The LadyBoss Body Revolution makes it easy to fit fitness into your life. It's 8 weeks of workouts, nutritional guidance, and motivation designed for women who are ready to see real results. Just hit the link in the description below to begin your revolution today. Yay. Okay, cool. Thank you so much for listening to that. Always good stuff. Okay, let me tell you, I'm going to be a little personal here. Lifting weights, building muscle has helped me feel sexier. Yeah, I know. Mom, if you're listening, yeah, I feel sexier. But I do. I feel more alive. I feel more confident in my body. I know that it has changed. And so I show up more for my husband. Ladies, right? I'm being honest here. Like it does make me feel sexier. So if you want to feel sexier, really work on your body. And I'm not saying it has to be perfect or it has to change overnight. That doesn't happen. Actually, I'm like almost 6 months into this and it's a lifestyle. It's not a quick fix, but it's addicting and it's amazing. And the benefits far outweigh the discomfort and all of that. So if you want to feel sexier, put some muscle on your body. Another cool thing is it's reduced my cravings. I rarely have a sweet tooth. I don't know why. It's so weird. I just don't. And I also think when a sweet tooth comes up, I learned this. I forget who taught me this. I listened to books on tape or on Audible. I listened to podcasts, but it was if you're craving something sweet, have something salty. So instead, I'll have a couple roasted almonds and my sweet craving is gone. There's a little tip for you. It's been a game changer. Also, my cravings are gone probably because I'm also having protein and I'm not like hungry. I'm not snacking. So that's a huge thing because I could be a snacker. My husband's never been a snacker. He's also always lifted weights. Hello. So he's a really good example for me. Next is mental clarity. Like I feel like after lifting, my brain is more alive. I just feel better about everything. I feel clear. Like even during the workout, as we're lifting, I'll like solve a problem that had come to me during the day, or I'll have a really good idea because my brain is working, right? There's like better brain function when you're lifting and when you have more muscle. So it's the craziest thing. I just feel more clear. Like I said, you have better body composition. And hello, you're fighting aging one set at a time. Yes, I want to fight aging. It's not about looking perfect. It's not about all of that, but it's like, I want to live to 100. I want to live as long as possible. I want to see my grandkids. I want to have an amazing life, continue to do fun things, and I want to feel good doing it. And so I want to fight aging. And I'm doing that one set at a time. I want you to as well. So like I said, I spent way too many years hitting up kickboxing classes, running at the beach, I've done a couple 10Ks, I've done a half marathon where it's like I was dying afterwards. I felt terrible doing all that. I'm not a runner, but I was a cardio queen because I thought that's where it was at. But then it left me feeling frustrated. It left me feeling fluffy. It left me feeling tired. And now I look at building muscle and having muscle as like I'm putting on armor for myself, for my life. I'm like, I am going to fight aging. I'm going to fight disease. I'm going to put this armor on. I'm going to put muscle on my body so I could fight all of that and feel amazing. But truly, that mixed with proper nutrition, like enough protein, and also with some leafy greens and also some bright colored produce, lots of water. I take supplements. Like I said, I feel better than I did at age 30. So I have learned that building muscle is where it's at. It will help you protect your overall health. It will be your body armor, ladies. And so I just want to share that if you want to live longer, if you want to be able to do daily fun activities, just the daily normal activities, if you want to have better brain health, better body composition, you want to be strong, you want to have more confidence, you want to feel amazing, you want to light up when you talk about your workout, what? Then join me and lift. Put this into your life. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not even a personal trainer right now. Like I am just your friend. I am your girlfriend telling you, girl to girl, woman to woman, put lifting as part of your life 3 to 5 days a week. Make it happen and notice the changes because it's amazing. And like I said, if you want any recommendations on audibles, on books, on podcasts where you can learn more, let me know. You could just DM me on Instagram or DM LadyBoss, and then they can get me the message. But I am here to help you because I want you to feel amazing from the inside out. Like I want you to feel so good, especially as you age. So enough of the excuse of I'm getting old, so I'm done. No more of that. We got to go and work on ourselves. So join me. So I hope this encourages you today. That is the point of this podcast. And thank you for letting me get real and be honest with you. But there's no looking back for me. Like I'm like, okay, all of that was part of my journey. That is where I was, and now I'm here. And this is a whole other thing that I'm just going to crush and really focus on. And what's really cute is my husband loves it. When I get pumped up now, talking about weights, doing my gun shows and telling people what they should do, he's like, oh my gosh, look at you. It's so cute. I'm like, thanks. It's actually powerful and amazing because that's who we are, ladies. We are powerful and amazing with a little side of cute. All right. I will talk to you soon. See you on the next episode. Share this with a friend. And yeah, I appreciate you. All right. Bye.